All right. Welcome to Unfiltered. This is a side note. The stress of life at times can be overwhelming. For some reason, it seems like the last few months for me, they have been overwhelming. I share all of this with you because for many, many years, I isolated myself and I separated myself from people and I carried my load, whatever it was. I carried this heavy load and I didn't let anyone in and I didn't share it with anybody else. Look, life at times can be overwhelming. The stress of life seems to come at you 90 miles an hour, and as soon as you fix one thing, it seems like something else is popping up over here and you're just running around, and then you get bad news and it overwhelms you. Sometimes we face problems because of our own choices, and sometimes we face problems that have nothing to do with our choices, but they come out of nowhere and they enter into our life and we have to face them anyway. If you're battling with feelings of sadness and depression, I can tell you this, that if you try to do this by yourself, it will only get worse. There's something about interacting with other humans that actually makes me feel better. I don't know what it is, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but when you are alone and by yourself, separated and not letting people in, you're just running wild in your mind. And life at those times and in those times, life can be too much. And it is those times when I am most down and most depressed and severely stressed that I'm the most tempted to use and go backwards. And so I reach out and I call someone, or I let someone else know. I let someone else in so that I'm not having to carry this load all by myself. Over the last few months, I've had a few people pass away, and I realized tonight after talking with a friend that the grief that I am going through right now, that plays a big part in how I'm feeling. Those two friends of mine were a big loss, and it hurts. But life at times hurts. There are mountaintops and valley lows. There's joy and laughter, and there's tears and pain, and all of that comes together. It's all part of the same story. I want you to know that if you are struggling, you are not alone. And if you have come such a far way, and you have left behind the things that are no longer good for you, but yet you're here, you're out, and you're doing it, and you just feel this emptiness, this depression, this sadness. It's part of life. And you have to be around other people to distract your mind from everything that you may be going through, because if it's just you sitting alone by yourself, then your mind runs wild and there's no relief. It is a joyous mental distraction just to be around other people, to have these conversations, this back and forth with people. Well, I tell them what I'm going through and they share with me what they are going through. And we both relate. We carry one another's load. For many, many years, I had given up on humanity altogether. I didn't trust anyone. I didn't want to be around anyone. All the friends and family members that I did trust, they had all passed away. And I didn't go out and make new friends. And I found myself isolated, sitting alone, very alone, and very miserable. Very alone and very miserable. Loneliness will weigh on you. And so you got to get out. You got to branch out. You got to let people in. And then, like I said in a few videos before, if you don't have anyone around you who truly loves you, then you need to start hanging out with other people. You need to cut off the people that are weighing you down, and you need to start surrounding yourself with better people. And yes, that does mean there might be a period of loneliness where you're cutting off everyone who's no good for you, and you still need to meet the people that would lift you up. But you got to show up. And you got to meet people, and you got to continue to do that regularly so that people get to know you. If I buy gas at a gas station every day, at some point the clerk behind the counter is going to know my name. He's going to know what I buy. And the reason why is through repetition. He's going to see me so often that he knows who I am. And you have to get out and meet people so that people get to know who you are. See, I smile and I laugh all the time. So when people see me, they can immediately see it on my face when I am down and when I am struggling. And then there's this human interaction where people who actually do care, they stop and say, hey, are you okay? And then when they ask you that, you have this opportunity to share with them what you are going through, or you can just keep it inside. See, I have found that letting all of this out liberates me. It lightens the load. It's almost like having food poisoning. I got to vomit all of this out. I got to get this toxic stuff that I'm struggling with. I got to get it out. I got to get it out. I can't just keep it inside, because if I do, it will haunt me and it will torment me. For many years, I was beaten down by every single thought in my mind. Self-hatred tormented me. I hated myself. I hated life. And now I have allowed God to pick me up, to carry me. But God is unseen. And He has surrounded me with people who are seen, people who have His love inside of them. And I rely on and I depend on those people because I cannot do this by myself. I share all of this with you because I understand the stress of life. It is crazy, it is chaotic, it is wild. And if you hang out with enough negative people, they will bring you down. You could be happy and joyous one day and be around enough people who are negative that it creates this atmosphere that actually drains you and depletes you on the inside. I cannot do this on my own, and neither can you. Yes, God is my joy. Yes, He is the reason that I smile. But some days are not good days. But I press on. I push forward. I forget, like Paul said, I forget those things which are behind, and I press forward. If I'm having a bad day or if I'm having a good day, I still proclaim that I trust God no matter what. And I still proclaim that I am not afraid because I am not alone. See, if I don't let this out and if I don't let people in, then I carry this by myself and it overwhelms me. Life, there will be bad days. There will be loss. There will be grief. There will be people who stab you in the back. There will be disappointments, but there will also be joy and laughter and moments that are amazing and things that happen that you will never forget. And I reflect on the good and the bad. I let both of them teach me. I've had a lot of failure in my life, and you know what? Failure has taught me a lot, not just the victories. I reflect back on the really, really, really bad days when I was a slave and bound. And I remember, you know what? No matter how bad this day may appear to me, it's not near as bad as it used to be. That level of darkness I have been out of for years. And whatever this is temporary, and this is minor in comparison to that. My world was on fire with no hope of it ever being put out. My world was collapsing around me at all times, and now my world is stable and it's solid. And so I share all of this with you because I want to be an encouragement to you. I want to give you hope. Hope that is seen is no hope at all. That's what Romans 8 says. Sometimes we don't see how all of this is going to work out, but I got to make myself remember His faithfulness, and I got to make myself look to Him. He will provide. He will protect me. He will lift me up. He will open doors that no man can close, and He will close doors in my life that no man can open. I walk holding His hand and I trust Him. I don't see what might be around the corner, but I do see Him. I choose to trust more in what I cannot see than what I do see. I believe more in what I do not see than what I can see. That means I see God when I could be seeing all the struggle and all the irritation and all the frustration. I see God, I stop and I unplug and I plug into Him and I say, God, thank you for your faithfulness. And I praise Him for all the amazing things He has done in my life. The last few months have been rough. I have been fighting. I have been struggling, but I will not drown because greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. My hope is in Him, and He will renew my strength. He will make me stronger, and whatever I need, He will provide. If you understand the things that I'm speaking of today, then I just encourage you to reach out to those around you who actually love you, those who will listen without judgment, those who will encourage you. You know, it takes a lot to stop and listen. It takes a lot to unplug, to take a time out and actually be there for someone else. And I encourage you to do that because it is so important. I speak this message to you today because you are not alone, because God is with you. He will carry you, and He has been so good to me and so faithful. The life that we live is so overwhelmingly stressful at times, but He said He will carry us, and He has been so good to us. We have to reflect on His faithfulness. Continue pushing forward. Get all of this out. Don't carry it by yourself. Let those around you who love you carry it with you. Keep pushing forward. God bless you. Have a great day.